Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. Today's video is all about the 1967 sixpence, the coin we see on screen now. Firstly, I'll talk to you about the design of the coin and then move on to the facts and figures. So here is the reverse design and has a double designer. It was done by Edgar Fuller and Cecil Thomas. The EF and CT initials can be seen above the P and E in the word pence. Around the bottom is the word sixpence, giving us the denomination, followed by the date 1967 when it was struck. To the top is a part of the legend in abbreviated Latin reading Fid Def. This translates to Defender of the Faith, linking to Elizabeth II. The main design here is the national flowers all linked together there. At the top is the Rose of England, to the left is the Leek of Wales, to the bottom is the Shamrock of Northern Ireland, and to the right is the Thistle of Scotland. The stem and leaves of all these national flowers then link together and mix up in the middle, knotting them all together, uniting them under the United Kingdom, metaphorically. Around the rim is all the milling, teeth or beads to prevent the coin from being clipped on both sides. Speaking of both sides, we now move on to the obverse of the coin where we can see the portrait of a young Elizabeth II. This is the first portrait of the Queen and was done by Mary Gillick, used on pre-decimal coins. She is facing to the right and uncrowned with a laureate in her hair. Around this portrait is the legend of the coin, once again in abbreviated Latin, this time reading Elizabeth II, de gratia regina. This then translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, titles as Queen and Monarch. There's also a little plus symbol at the top there to sort of balance out the legend and fill in an empty space. The coin also features a milled edge or reeded edge, once again to prevent the coin from being clipped so that it doesn't get deformed or lose weight or shape. Now then, that's the design. Let's move on to the facts and figures of the 1967 sixpence. Now then, this coin was minted at the Tower Hill Mint in London, where the Royal Mint was based between 1810 and 1975. The coin is composed of a cupro-nickel alloy. This is 75% copper and 25% nickel, alloyed together to make the coin's composition, the same alloy used in 50p pieces today. It is a fairly small coin with a weight of only 2.83 grams, which is less than the weight of a penny of today, and a diameter, very small as well, only 19 millimeters, once again, about the same size as a penny, a little bit smaller than the penny of today. So a small little sixpence piece, but a big mintage. In 1967, there were 240,788,000 sixpences made that year, an absolute ton of them, so they're very, very common. The sixpence coin is of course worth 6 pence. This is then half of a shilling or 1/40th of a pound sterling back in the pre-decimal money system when the coin was released, and back in 1967 a sixpence piece would have been equal to 58 pence today, so not too dissimilar. A 50p today, a sixpence back then, similar values, similar buying powers in their time periods. And the coin was demonetised in 1980 after serving as a 2.5p piece for a little while after decimalisation. Now then, after all these years, what is the value of a sixpence from 1967 to a collector? In poor condition it would sell for around 20p, in fine condition 50p, in extremely fine condition £1, and even in uncirculated only £3 sterling. A very, very, very cheap and affordable coin due to the incredibly high mintage and it not being too old or precious metal. So if you do still need one for your collection, then don't worry, as it's a very, very affordable coin. And please do comment down below if you already have a 1967 sixpence in your collection. Please do hit the subscribe button as well if you haven't already. And thank you very much for watching to the end of the video. That is appreciated by us here. Please do join us again for more coins and bits and bobs in the future, and we'll see you then. Bye.